is always neglected, and it is not uncommon to see the workers working in harsh fluorescent lighting or in a dimly lit room. Therefore, this ergonomic factor that we choose, which is lighting, aimed at designing and also arranging light systems so that the employees can achieve an effective office ambience and also work in a safely and efficient manner, as well as saving the energy consumption.
Here, I am going to explain about types of lighting system, which consists of 5 types. First, direct. In a direct lighting system, 90 to 100% of the illumination downward to the work surface. This type of lighting is used to create a sharp contrast between light and shadow. However, the placement of the fixture or brightness of the light can be adjusted. Second, semi-direct. In a semi-direct lighting system, 60 to 90% of the emitted light downward and the balance upward. The remainder of the light is reflected toward the ceiling and the upper portion of the walls. In addition, semi-direct lighting also employed in application where strong light is not necessary, for example, in stairways, corridors, and storage areas. Third, indirect. In an indirect lighting system, 90 to 100% of the emitted light upward, then reflected downward. In these lighting schemes, more than 90% of total luminous flux is thrown upwards to the ceiling for diffuse reflection by using inverted or bow reflectors. If the system is well designed, only a small amount of light will shine downward. Fourth, semi-indirect. In semi-indirect lighting, 60 to 90% of the emitted light upward, then reflected downward. Semi-indirect lighting scheme is primarily used for indoor light decoration purposes. This method of lighting produces a very pleasing room ambience while also providing several good reading areas. And the last one, fifth, general diffuse lighting. In general diffuse lighting, 40 to 60% of the emitted light directly to the work surface with the remainder of the light reflected downward. While general lighting can be pleasing to the eye, it can seem harsh to some. Therefore, a more indirect method of lighting is often desirable.
Task and ambient lighting. As you can see, the lighting system is divided into 2 parts, which are task and ambient lighting. It is in charge of illuminating the work surface as well as the area surrounding the work surface. Task lighting is frequently downward directed. However, ambient lighting is generally directed upward when it is part of the furniture components. Ambient lighting can be also provided by strategically placed ceiling fixtures that provide overall room lighting. Usually, task or ambient lighting result in an efficient, economical use of energy. Both of these lighting systems frequently require less weightage because light has to travel a shorter distance 3 feet to the work surface.
Kind of lighting. First is natural. Natural is not very dependable because the most preferred lighting is bright lighting. Second is fluorescent. Continues to be the most common type of lighting in the office system because this lighting is very safe, so it can save company money in a long term. Third is in just discount. This lighting is not as efficient as fluorescent because it have the worst energy efficiently on the market. Last but not least, high lighting is very intensely discharge, sometimes distorts color.
Recommendations to save energy on lighting are: first, put your lights on a timer. Timers regulate electrical usage by turning on and shutting off lighting sources at scheduled times. It can ensure that your lights are on only when you need them. Second, use task lighting. Just use light where you need it. Choose lighting that meets your specific functional needs, such as reading light and desk light. They both work just as fine as the normal light. Third, turn off lights that are not being used. This is the easiest, most common sense solution, which can result in surprisingly outstanding energy savings. Make it a habit to always shut off the lights when you leave a room. Lastly, dust bulbs regularly. Dust built up on lamps and light bulbs can keep light from shining through. Aging light bulbs along with dust and dirt buildup can reduce the total illumination by 50%. For the most efficient lighting, make sure you clean and dust lamps and also bulbs regularly.
Conclusion, there are three important elements of lighting that have been revealed in Chapter 5, which is types of lighting system, task or ambient lighting, and kinds of lighting. We hope that it can implement all these types of elements, especially in every office environment in Malaysia, since these elements are one of the productive ways to set up for success in an organization. From there, it can promote employee productivities, employee retention, and customer service.